Alright, part 2 of chapter 12, Gibraltar Bridge for Wolfenstein the New War on Uber difficulty. So, when you come in here, usually, once again, you can get a fully charged shot on that super soldier and kill him. But I was trying to see if I could stun him with a grenade and then kill him, but it didn't quite work. Now the problem is that when you come up into this area, if you haven't died, these guys will actually be almost at this doorway. Because I actually ended up getting fucked by one of these guys because I didn't realize how close he was to where I was when I was coming up to the stairs, that I basically went out the doorway, I turned, and the guy was right there, and he like melee killed me. It shocked the hell out of me that he basically one-shot me with a melee hit. It was quite surprising. So basically be very careful. And at this point in the game, I'm actually using the lean ad cover somewhat more effectively than I had been before. Mostly because I didn't pay attention that when you go up against a piece of cover, there's a little arrow on the side that lets you know when you aim, you'll pop out. It still kind of fucks you at points, especially for the reasons I had stated before, where you're aiming, you're not even close to the cover and you're aiming out, and randomly the game will decide that you're close enough to the cover that will pop you to the left or to the right. So, but make sure you break open a bunch of these boxes and get the health, and I think there was some armor in there to get. This is me being lost and not forgetting where I was supposed to go, but yeah, I was like, fuck that guy. When you cut open the panel in the floor, I actually ended up getting killed because for some reason when I dropped down, the guys immediately knew where I was. It's weird. It's like normally you drop in here and they don't know you're here, so you can usually get a fully charged one-hit kill on that guy, and that was me fucking up a grenade throw. But normally you can get the super soldier with a one-shot from the LKW, and you can usually get a grenade right on top of those two guys that are behind him. But I ended up fucking up and I took a bit more damage than I probably should have. But I ended up making it work very well. So the other thing that that doorway that they're looking at when the start of this video, when you kill that super soldier, there's a panel that you can hack that will open that door. But the problem is that there's a super soldier waiting on the other side looking right at you, so instead of doing that, you can just do what I did and get the jump on them. But this is me just wasting time going through all these boxes for... There's usually like grenades and health and other stuff. I probably could have cut this out, but I kept it in just for the sake of keeping it in. I think I actually lose a throwing knife when I try to break one of these boxes that's that's on the top shelf. It was one of those moments where I was trying to melee hit the box, but the game decided that I was trying to throw a knife. So unfortunately, yeah. And it turned out there was nothing in there, so it was a waste of time. Yeah, I really should have cut this out. I forgot how long of a process this was. But, oh well. I can't avoid it now, so. So, when you come into this area, this is kind of like a death room. There's guys hiding all over the place. You can usually catch that one guy sliding in the cover, and if you're quick enough with your gun, you can usually kill him as he's going in the cover. But basically, what you do, step out here to get them to come out, and then basically use the staircase here and the point here to basically kill all these guys. They do get a couple hits on me, but the other thing is the fact that I can just very quickly just run upstairs if I need to and just refill this weapon quickly. But because of how this thing's laid out, they have no way to get onto the staircase, so it's not like they can aggressively come up after you, because at the bottom of the staircase is basically a hole that will drop you into the ocean. Because I found out when I went through on normal, I was aiming, going down the stairs, waiting for the opening at the bottom, and all of a sudden I was falling, and I realized that there was no actual bottom to that staircase, so it's not fun. But once all those guys are dead, you can pick up all their stuff, and basically the catwalk that I was on, the ladder that I climb up when I come out here, just goes up to that catwalk, so you want to jump across there, but I was forgetting where I was supposed to go. So when I climb up here, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that leads down here. So now this is all scripted, so you really can't avoid this whole thing here. So when you have to jump onto the helicopter, make sure you're not dual wielding any weapons, because for some reason when you dual wield, you don't run as fast and you don't jump as well. Which is weird, because when I got to this point on normal, I had, I think, both shotguns out, and it literally took me 5 attempts before I finally switched to just one weapon, and I easily made the jump, and I was very frustrated at that. So when you come to here, I believe these enemies will actually respawn until you actually jump off of the helicopter. I'm almost positive that until you actually jump off the helicopter, these guys will infinitely respawn. You can't. It doesn't seem like you can abuse the use of the plane and the turret to clear all the guys to make this area easier. Mostly because once you jump off the helicopter onto the bridge, it does give you a checkpoint. But I think it was pretty much when I see another one of those rocket guys show up when I kind of start to get the hint that these guys are like infinite spawning. So unfortunately, this is one of those points where you just can't abuse this turret. So, and I don't know what just happened to my computer there. It had a seizure for a second, but everything's going. But as soon as you jump off the plane, immediately look to that doorway, because usually two guys will come out of there. And they can very quickly fuck your day. So the other thing you want to do is try and find the rocket guy. He actually wasn't very aggressive, and he actually stayed way over there, surprisingly. I've had points where he, like where I am now, he's actually gone all the way up here. So it's definitely one of those moments where you wanna be careful. So I actually ended up dying here like I think two times. So when I come in here to show, in that locker is the locker that you have to hotwire to get the health upgrade. But as I found out there that after you open one of those lockers, if you die in that area, it will just leave a health pack there. It may also be armor sometimes, but I kind of get the sense that it's always health. So that's kind of handy. But once all these guys are dead, you want to be careful when you move up here, because on the lower part of where this train car is, there's usually a guy, one of the rocket guys. You can usually kill him with one fully charged shot, but for some reason the game decided that it wasn't gonna give me the kill. But you can just switch to your rockets and quickly kill the guy. And then at this point you're pretty much in the clear. You just have to drop down the train car, and we'll be moving on to the lunar base.